You're delusional.
If you're hearing our voices, that means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer and credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
And I am delusional.
Aren't we all?
2024. Let's go, baby.
The year of delusion.
The year of continued delusion. Okay, so here we are. We're back with a new movie and new trailer trash, new stuff, new everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's just get right into what is it? What are we doing?
We are watching Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. Is it in that order or is the other order?
I took this right from IMDb. I think it is. But then when the end credit titles, I'm not sure if it was Rebel Moon, A Child of Fire Part 1.
A lot of layering.
Yeah, I think it's Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, because then the second one is Part 2, Soothsayer or whatever. Yeah, Destroyer of Worlds or something in them.
That makes more sense then. So yeah, either way.
Too sounding.
Too long with the title.
Yeah. Originally it was just called Star Wars.
I mean, you're not wrong. What is this? Twilight? Yeah. Remember those long titles?
It's this Twilight Rebel Moon.
The Twilight Saga.
Yeah, a Dawn to Forget. Yeah.
Gross.
Okay. So this, what is this? This is the Zack Snyder movie that just came out in like a month ago in December.
Yep, that's right. Allegedly pitched to Lucasfilm shortly after the acquisition as like a darker Star Wars take, and
really?
Not picked up. Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No, I didn't know about that. Uh-huh.
That's why it's a Star Wars ripoff. It was a Star Wars ripoff. Like 10 years ago, Zack Snyder wrote this and was like, "Oh, Lucasfilm, you guys should make this. I should make this with you." And they were like,
no,
thank you.
No. So we have a bar of quality here, which
pretty much,
although has dipped quite a bit, but it's much higher than
still better.
Much better. Yeah. Okay. Well, what is Twilight Rebel Moon Breaking Dawn Forget the Dawn Part 1, A Child of Fire all about?
Yeah, so the premise here, when a peaceful settlement on the edge of a distant moon finds itself threatened by the armies of a tyrannical ruling force, a mysterious stranger living among its villagers becomes their best hope for survival.
Oh,
which
never
heard this story before.
Never seen this one before, so that's great. Okay.
To be fair to Zack Snyder, he did get it correct that they were just going to write the same Star Wars story over and over again for the new ones.
That's true. 10 years ago. Yeah. So he was going to be doing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like, this is like Force Awakens era.
Pretty much. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because I've been, yeah. Okay.
So sure. Right. It is the same plot.
Yep.
Great.
Pretty good. Pretty much.
Good foresight, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, give me a planet destroying, base, and we're off and running, right?
Yep.
A little trench run. What else do you need, right? What else do you need? You
can't beat it.
No, just watch the original over and over again. That's all you have to do.
But not excited about this. There was one other thing. So that's like maybe a little mini spoiler that it was pitched Star Wars movie. But the only other thing that I spoiled myself on, and we're gonna get to it because I'm furious about it already. I want to be with it though.
I mean, we're here right now. We're gonna keep going through it. But what's your general vibe on Zack Snyder?
Fine.
Yeah, okay.
Not super positive.
I mean, I'll do my quick Russ rant right here, but I think he's just kind of like a one-trick pony. And I don't think he should be writing his stuff. Like, that's a problem. He's like, this is like his own story, and he's part of the screenplay. Like, he needs to get out of the writer's room. Get out of there. Yep. Keep going. Get out of here. Go get the broom and get him out of here. And I think directing wise, sure, he's got some cool visuals. He's got to kind of not do the same thing every single time, like slow motion, slow mo,
like a poor man's Michael Bay.
Yeah, yes, oof, yeah.
And that's not saying a lot.
I don't want to have to spell it out for everyone, but yeah. All right, well, hey,
I respect Zack Snyder as much as I respect Michael Bay, which is like a medium.
Yeah,
maybe medium minus.
I might have a little more for Michael Bay, but not by much.
Same.
He just likes blowing shit up, and he doesn't. That's all he knows. That's all he knows how to do, and that's what he likes doing. So
exactly, and like Transformers movies, watchable, all watchable.
Well,
yeah, no, totally, all watchable.
There's a couple
that are better than others.
Yeah, there's a couple we could actually do for this podcast. So
true.
which,
but also like doesn't usually err on the side of making movies 1,000 hours long, which is all Zack Snyder knows how to do.
oh my God, like 4 hours of slow motion. It's like, come on, man, let's move it along.
Yeah, that was one other thing I saw. So I know the sequel's coming out in a couple months.
Yeah.
There's also supposed to be an extended cut of this movie coming out. Because why? It's already 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know why.
We don't be better. Yeah. We don't need this. We don't need extended cuts. I don't know why we need this. Stop this. Stop it. Let's trust your editor. Exactly. Okay. So that's it. That's what we're doing. We're going to tear this thing apart. But before we get there, before we do that, we got any fan service? New year. Come on. New listeners.
New year. We do.
What?
We have a fan service. I have a feeling you're partially responsible for it, but
I don't think so, but
okay.
I don't know. Maybe I am.
Well, you'll find out in a second.
Oh no. Let's see what they said.
So this one's like less of it's just a suggestion.
Okay.
But listeners, take heed. This can be fan service. Short, sweet, to the point.
This is what you're supposed to do.
You can send us anything.
Oh, I think I know who sent it. Yeah. Let's go.
So we're working with subject line suggestion. Nice. To the point.
Love it. It's clean, concise. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is coming to us from Michelle, friend of the pod, Michelle.
Ah, okay.
And Michelle writes, this is the actual email. Suggestion, subject line. Internal body copy here. Manos, hands of fate. There's a paragraph break, a waving emoji.
Okay.
A paragraph break, a link to the Rotten Tomatoes profile.
Okay.
That movie has a solid 0%.
Hey, that's a lot of effort. Thank you for doing that extra step there.
Paragraph break. P.S. Hi from Max. 2 paragraph breaks. P.S. Peace sign emoji. So double P.S. Hi from Max and from Michelle.
All right.
I love it. Thank you, Michelle.
Yes, thank you. We needed that. That 2024 is already better. It's already off to a fantastic start. That's awesome.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right. And listeners, let us know. Do you want us to do Manos Hands of Fate? I feel like a couple of people have suggested that to us in the past.
Oh yeah.
It's like a famously, one of the worst movies of all time.
Yeah.
Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah. It feels kind of like more of like a awesomely bad thing. Like it's so bad, like you kind of have fun watching it. Whereas like we just do straight up just bad cinema. Right.
Well, that's part of it, but it's also coming up on 80 years old. I don't know.
Wow.
70 years old.
Yeah. 80.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's from the 60s. So
yeah.
I guess 60 something years old, right?
You're close enough. You don't have to correct your math. It's okay. We're not mathologists here. We know that.
You're right. Either way, old enough that we don't usually do those kinds of movies. But for one of the worst movies of all time, maybe
we make a little exception.
Special?
Yeah, maybe we have a special just episode. Do we do it?
Yeah. So thank you, Michelle. And listeners, if you want to send us an email, tell us to do Manos, Hands of Fate, or not. Maybe you have a different suggestion for us. We would love that. Just anything. Tell us, give us a recipe. We like to cook.
Yeah, we do like to cook here. We do a lot of cooking here. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can do that at itsthismeetsthat@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We'll read it here.
Were we gonna have like a diners and dives show we called Tapas and Topless, where we're gonna drive around in topless cars to various tapas places, I think it was.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's gonna be the moneymaker, probably.
I mean, come on. Topless and tapas?
Yeah. We just gotta pitch it to the right Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Netflix, for example.
Right. They'll buy anything. Well, that's awesome. Thanks, Michelle, and hi Max. And I remember they sent that. She sent that because we hung out and watched a Bridgeport Islanders versus the Providence Bruins game down in Connecticut. Yeah, over the holiday. So
I expected as much.
Yeah.
Lovely to hear from them.
Yeah. So good stuff. All right. Are we just let's get into this trailer, right?
Let's do it. Rip it up.
All right. Good trailer start is always when hand in dirt, right? Doing stuff in the dirt. When you're a farmer, that's what you do. You put your hand in the dirt.
I was gonna say, are you familiar with other trailers that start that way?
I feel like I've seen like a dozen other movies that start with like hand in dirt.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Part one,
Prometheus.
I'll put together a list of Hand in Dirt trailers. Okay, for part
Perfect.
one.
He
That'll
won't,
be no.
listeners.
Just because you said that, now I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove you wrong.
Just to spite me.
Yeah, this year, you know what? I'm making promises and I'm going to hold them. I'm going to keep them. Yeah,
Gasp.
2024, new year. It's my resolution. We'll see how long. That and flossing. All right, so today we got them. It's all be done by February. All right, so we get like the old guy, maybe mentor kind of guy, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like a stepdad kind of character. It seems like, right? Because he's like, hey, I found you in that wreckage, and I kind of wanted to just leave you there, but I didn't.
He's like a Yondu character, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and he's like talking as we see our hero here. That's the character's name is Cora. It's the actress is Sofia Boutella, and she's in a couple of
I only know one person in this movie, so
yeah. And we got her just like, shot hand in the dirt, whatever, and he's doing this little line over her doing stuff, standing there, right? And then
worried that she'd bring trouble to them. That was the key.
Yeah, that's what it all comes down to. She's mysterious. Of course, she's got a mysterious past. Don't we all have a mysterious past, right?
She looks mysterious as hell. Yep.
I mean, mine's not that mysterious. It's just anyways, she looks mysterious as hell. And then we cut to her outside with some other women. Are like, hey, chat about farming. Oh, where the carrots coming in? And then the other woman's like, whoa, do you see that ship coming in? You see that ship from up there? Like, holy ship.
Classic.
And, ship coming down, raining down from the skies. So much ship going on. And they're surprised. And like, oh no.
Looks beautiful. So like one of the things that will be nice is at least the landscape is nice. Good scenery. Right?
Yeah, I think the visuals will be fun and should look cool. Because that's what he likes doing. He just likes cool shots. It's not like it's an important shot. It's just cool. Is it a cool shot?
Mm-hmm. So, I've seen 300.
Yeah, it's just cool shots.
Familiar with the cool shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like all desert and mountain landscape. Like looks very Star Wars, like Tatooine kind of. Planet.
This whole opening and so ship comes in and we got the ship's cruising across the farmland coming into this little village here. This all got a real Rogue One kind of vibe to it, big time.
Totally ominous sci-fi music happening.
And then we got her Cora. She's like running across the fields up to some stairs, whatever. And she starts hammering an alarm bell, whatever. Right?
Yeah, I was like, "What is? Oh, it's an alarm." I was like, "What's she hammering? Why is she hammering?" I think it was just an alarm.
Yeah, it's just like an alarm. I was guessing an alarm because she was hurried running, and then
No, you're smart.
And then
you're Zack Snyder's audience.
yeah. I mean, it's me and
we're smart people only.
So then we get some dude, generic dude face, and he's just like, whoa, and then we get that like generic sci-fi sound that sounds like a dinosaur screaming underwater. And then we get a big beard dude, and he's like, what do you think they want?
Yeah, everyone is terrified.
Yeah, it's like we're just as far
as they should be.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a small farming community here on Tatooine. I mean, whatever planet this is, what could possibly go wrong here?
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the shot of the ship landing. Ship's coming in.
Yeah. And that's when she whispers everything. She's out of breath for some reason.
Well, because she just ran to ring the bell. That's why.
Right, because she ran to ring the bell. Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. You watch the same trailer?
She seems like she's in good shape.
Yeah. She is a ballerina, actually. And really, well, and she's also an actress, but obviously.
No kidding.
Yes. She's also the most wanted person in known universe. So she covers a lot of things. So we get a bunch of
hyphenate, really.
Yes. Kind of like us. We do a lot of things. Right. And we get some epic shit. Epic shit happens, right? We get the Netflix logo, just the good old fashioned.
Yep. Big N.
Logo. Yep. We get some bad dude boots on the ground.
Space Nazis. Yep.
Cora close up with wind and dirt in her face, and we got ships closing in from above. Close up ships of landing gear, and then just generally cool shit. Right.
General cool shit. Listeners, if you've seen any of the new Star Wars movie, think of any time that General Huxley or whatever like landed on a planet and walked out of a ship.
It's the same thing.
That same scene.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
And then we get a shot of our first villain. He comes out, obviously strong Nazi vibes going on there. He's got his suit, his hat, his jacket, his cloak, his whatever. And he's got like two red guards behind him that look like this. Do you know that band, that Swedish band, Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like the lead singer, right?
Oh,
like nice. A costume like Papa, whatever his name, Puppy.
They do look like,
right?
Yeah. They just had a new album come out. It was pretty good.
Did they? I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah,
I'm a
fan. A little different, but it's good.
Oh, okay, I like that. Glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, listeners, do you want us to talk more about ghosts?
Yeah, I like Ghost. Okay.
They opened for Iron Maiden. That was pretty
Oh,
sweet.
did you? Oh, I'd go see them in a heartbeat. I think they'd be fun.
Yeah, good show. Good lineup. Opening for Iron Maiden. That was a blast.
Come on. Jeez. All right, so then we all right, we're getting distracted here. All right, we get a shot of Cora, and we get a shot of that other random dude from the beginning. We're just farmers, man. We're just farming's our game,
Yeah. We're not a threat.
Yeah, we're not a threat. Well, I don't. Depends on what you're harvesting there. And then we get
what are they going to do? They're all going to kill us?
Yeah. Don't be so naive. Yes, of course they are. They're space Nazis. What do you think they do? Mm-hmm. And we get the bad dude. He's stepping up to the farmer dude, and he's like getting close in his face. And like, hey, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm just farming, bro. Mm-hmm. And then the bad dude's like, he grabs like a hammer, a pretty sweet hammer, and he goes to hammer something. And I'm guessing it's a head. Hopefully, I don't know. What do you think?
It seems like it. I hope so.
It seems like he's throwing down the law and being like, new laws in town. This is what happens. You guys give us all your carrots, and we won't harm you. And someone's like, we need those carrots, and he's like, give me someone's head.
That's right.
And then everyone's like in shock. They jump back and like, oh no, there goes a head.
Yep. Could be like a little kid or something.
Just give him some carrots. Just give the guy carrots.
The extended version is going to be rated R.
Oh my! So. Oh, is it really?
Yep. God. So.
Sometimes
it's just like it's like an extra 30 minutes of just gore.
Oh, God. Netflix, come on. I know you just pouring out money left and right, but pour some our way. Would you pour some our way?
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Okay, so yeah, he smashes some beets, and then we get a shot of a ship taking off. That ship's out of here.
Yep, as the village burns below.
Yes, was it? No, was it burning?
He was definitely on fire.
Oh, was it? Oh shit!
Yeah,
I missed that part.
Yep, there's a bunch of burning buildings underneath.
I mean, that makes sense, right? You can't visit town and let it. I can't be like, here's your tax, bunch of carrots. Like, how about we're going to take your women and your carrots and then burn your village? Yeah, okay. That's what you do when you invade
it's
a village.
Classic space Nazi move.
Yes, right. Okay, so then Cora's talking to the stepdad guy there, who we think whatever, and she's like, "What did you think the soldiers are going to show mercy?" And then we cut to the soldiers not being very nice to a lady.
Not very merciful.
Not very merciful. Not very nice. And we cut to here we go. Fire it up. We cut to like a low angle shot of like a bucket tipped over on the ground. Like,
I was like, is this a bucket of paint? I don't
know. Beet juice. It was beet juice from when he came and hammered beets. I hate beets, by the way. They're too dirt tasting.
I love nature's candy.
Ugh, no. Wrong.
A nice pickled beet. See you later.
All right. And then she's like, and then Cora's there and she whispers, stop. And then some soldier comes in. He's like, pokes a gun in her face. And it's like, come on.
I'm not going to stop.
I'm a soldier who can do whatever he wants because I work for the Empire. And she just, wrong move, cowboy. And she just lights them all up. It's no big deal.
Full on fight mode. Yeah, it's crazy. She kills like 5 dudes in 2 seconds. And
yeah. In trailer time.
All the villagers are like, what?
Well, after she shoots another one in his face on the ground. Boom. Yeah, they're like, whoa. Thought you just knew how to wrangle horses, not kill people.
Yeah.
And then she's like, we're going to have to fight. Or someone says, or he says, I forget. Someone says we got to fight.
No, she says it. She says
does.
We have to fight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right then in that scene. Okay. And we got our first title card. From Zack Snyder comes this crazy rom-com. Sorry, I'm prognosticating already.
If we haven't talked about it enough. Confirmed from Zack Snyder.
From Zack Snyder. This movie you probably don't need. Okay, so then we get a slow-mo like war scene. We got like in the snow. Ash, she's running through, shooting stuff. Pew, 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 pew. And then she's like going on about how she's a child of war.
Yeah, like the smallest amount of backstory.
Yeah, she could have said child of fire. We could just call it a day, but sure. And then we got some farmers. We got some farmers moseying around.
More slow-mo.
Yeah,
there's always a bunch of slow-mo because it's Zack Snyder.
It's Zack Snyder. I mean, I'm expecting like 70% of this movie to be in slow-mo, and that's why it's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's the runtime. It's the montage, like if it's a kissing booth episode kind of thing.
Like Zach, if you just speed all those scenes up, your movie would be like an hour and 45 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah. Play them at their appropriate appropriate frame rate, and you're good to go.
And we get some weird horse riding, some weird horses just riding around town. And then we get the old stepdad.
the weird horses are riding around town because they're about to go on an adventure here, right? Is that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah. I guess that's I guess you could pull that from that, but yeah, because they're
They
about to
gotta
go on
find
an
some
adventure.
warriors.
That's right. So the old stepdads talk about like it's we have a chance, standing a chance, right? We blah blah blah, whatever. They had a shot of a gun getting holstered, and we get another title card, and it's director of 300, Man of Steel, Army of the Dead.
Which I guess those are the credits you pick if you're Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I mean 300 definitely.
Sure,
that's what everyone knows and loves you for.
Yeah,
that's the only one.
true.
That's the only one everyone can tolerate you for, other than DC fanboys. Which send us an email.
Sure, yeah. Wow.
please do.
I was gonna say, is Justice League too much of a turn off? Like,
I think so. I think Man of Steel was like
point?
everyone was like, okay, but Justice League was just kind of like Martha. Wait, your mom's name is Martha too? It's like, all right, let's all just relax.
Yeah, and I never saw Army of the Dead, but I heard it was okay.
Actually, Army of the Dead, was okay. I will give him that. It was fun and it was kind of stupid. Lands right in his wheelhouse. It was like, didn't feel like it was taking itself too serious, which, maybe that's what he needs to do more of. Don't do stuff that's like taking it too serious.
Yeah. Like this.
Pump the brakes. We're playing with cartoon characters here.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we cut to a shot of Cloud City or Coruscant. I thought it was Cloud City because it had like an orangey look to it in the cloud, so I was going with Cloud City, but yeah.
One or the other. Either way, it's City Planet.
City Planet. Maybe a little more industrial looking, this one, but than Coruscant, but sure. By that.
Yeah, if you've seen a Star Wars movie, you've seen the planet.
You've seen the planet. You've seen this movie, but better.
Like in Star Wars, she's like roaming around in a robe, like asking strangers. She's like, "Do you have soldiers that I can help that fight against the Mother World?"
Literally gathering the team. Yeah.
Yep. Trying to form a rebellion here.
Yeah, and then we got some guy coming up behind her in the cantina, the space bar, and with a gun, and she dispatches that pretty quickly, right?
Yep. Which that's the alien guy, right? One of the first alien guys that we see.
Yeah, my friend doesn't like you. I don't like you. That was basically the same thing, right?
Exactly the same.
Hopefully, someone's arm gets cut off in this movie.
We can only hope,
right? To just really bring it all home. So then we got our scoundrel, our Han Solo, played by Charlie Hunnam, and
classic mercenary.
Yep.
Is that a guy I should know?
Maybe he was in that Sons of Anarchy show. I think that's where he's really
never saw it.
Popular from. He's looking rough and tough, and got some gold teeth, and he's like I'll help, but for a price. But he says it. What was the accent? Did you catch the accent? He was
no. Yes,
it was like
so weird.
It was like it's Scottish, Irish, New Zealander mashup. Like
with like a little Mississippi.
I'll help y'all for a prize. What? Can't get there from here. A little bit.
You can't possibly know. Like he's British, so like I don't know what.
Yeah, maybe he was just going with like a British meets Southern kind of combo. Maybe.
Yeah, could be a Jerry Butler, like just bad at doing accents.
Yeah, it could be. That was one line of direction. Zack Snyder was probably like, "Hey, come up with like the voice for this character. He's from this. He's from a land kind of like England.
Don't do anything racist."
Yeah. I'll be helping for a price of fee. Like what? What do you have marbles in your mouth? Let's. Yeah. All right. So then we get a ship taken off. It's our scoundrel here. His ship's taken off, and he's just like, "Hey, everybody, hold on." You know what? We're just gonna make him Southern.
Yeah, it's better that way.
It's much better that way. All right, everybody, hold on. We're taking
it's an ITMZ classic.
We're taking off.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, hold on. Get your seatbelts on. Buckle up. We're taking off. And the core and the farmer guy are like, what? Okay, cool. And then they're flying around. We got shots of space rocks. Then we cut to a shot of the Coliseum because we're back in Rome, obviously.
Yep.
Loving gelato and Rebel Moons,
Been there.
And we get a shot. I forget this actor's name. He's in everything, though. He's in Gladiator. He
definitely look familiar.
Guardians of the Galaxy. He's just been in a ton of movies. I'm blanking his name. I'll get it for part one.
Yep.
But so he's just hanging out. I think he's like a prisoner or something. He's like, I think chained to like this statue in the Colosseum or something, just looking ripped and angry. Like
I don't know if it's a prison, but yeah, like maybe like a self-imposed prison kind of thing.
Yeah. We'll find out. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm sure we'll find out.
I don't wanna.
That's gonna be the offshoot movie we get 5 years from now. So Cora's like, hey, I'm here to make you an offer, a shot of redemption. He's like, there is no redemption. And then in between this interaction, we get a bunch of quick shots of like just other characters looking cool. Some spider human thing descending from a ceiling to somebody,
Yep, Spider Guy classic.
Spider Guy, not Spider-Man, just Spider Guy. And we come back to the chained up dude and Cora, and he's like, we're beyond redemption. She's like, well, how about a nice dish of revenge? Served, just chilled, just properly, where the revenge is nice and cool.
With the side of space cannons.
Yeah, and I love that the music is timed with his face as he looks up in her, and this music is just like, yeah! It's like, what is this? Who put this together? Who did this?
It's Zack Snyder.
It's Zack Snyder. Netflix and Zack Snyder, we need to have a chat. Let's all sit down in a room and have a chat.
Yep.
Stop wasting money and stop using slow-mo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another title card. This
December.
Well, this last December. But yeah, this December.
Yeah.
And then from here on out,
the new one comes out in April. Like having a 4-month in between, that's either a really good sign or a really bad sign.
They're playing on the the subscription ban, right? So it's like get everyone in for the holidays. That's when everyone's gonna buy. Oh, here's a subscription to Netflix, and then this movie came out in December. This is a good movie, cool. Ugh. And then let me just keep subscribing because the next one's come out in April. So that's
okay.
Bumps that
short term.
I think it's a Q. Yeah, it's a Q1 numbers, right? I guess the end of the end of the year, and then Q1.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that's a good call,
right? So
I really hope we can find budget numbers for this.
I hope so too. It was probably.
It looks like it cost $1 gazillion. So much money.
It really does. I know that little village, the farming village. I know they actually built that as a set.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I accidentally cut when I think I was watching a trailer and like maybe some other content popped up right afterwards. So I started playing. It was like him breaking down the trailer, and I was like, we do a better job breaking down trailers, by the way. But that aside, the first like minute or so, they're talking about how like, oh, this little village, we built that whole thing. I was like, ooh, oh boy, come on, just come on,
stop using Netflix's money for evil.
Yeah, right. Oh boy. All right. So what do we got here? We got this December movies coming out, and then this is where in kind of classic Zack Snyder trailers from this point, and a lot of action trailers too, where you just lose. It's just a jumbled. Fast. Yeah, it's just a jumbled mess of stuff, just things on the screen to make you, I don't know, go into a seizure or something. But we get more ship action and
space fleet kind of thing.
Yeah, and there's like stuff that's exploding, and she's like, this isn't just some pursuit of revolution, and then there's more ship action, and we're jumping around to all these different like planets and locations and settings, so it's very just like, okay, this is just a mess. You're showing us pretty much everything, so we get excited about it, I guess. More
bunch of different people just standing around.
Yeah, just more cool characters looking cool and looking badass. There's like the ones with like purple, and they look cool and badass. And then we get some lightsaber action. Basically, right?
For some reason, there's a lightsaber fight. That's right.
So there's a Sith. There is a Sith in this world with a lightsaber. Then we get another title card. There are no heroes.
Tell me about it.
Right?
Really, really starting to doubt that.
Yeah,
that there are heroes after watching this.
And then we get some of the bad guy. He starts talking.
Fireman. Sorry,
fireman.
Heroes.
No, yeah, fireman. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we get the bad guy. He starts talking. He's like, hey, guess what, guys? I found her. We don't know who he's talking to, but he's like, I found her. The most wanted fugitive in the known universe.
No biggie.
Yeah, no biggie. Like, is there an unknown universe? But it was, and then this is intercut with more action scenes.
Yep. More explosions.
Let me get another title card. Only rebels.
Which
rebel scum.
I feel like that sentence doesn't even make sense. Like, there are no heroes, only rebels. Like, that's patently not true. Like, oh, everyone's a rebel now.
Yeah, but then if everyone's a rebel, then who's
exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Stupid. Bad writing.
Oh no, is there blood coming from my nose?
Yeah. I think you weren't trying to think about it because that was going to happen.
Yeah, damn it. Zack Snyder. Okay, then this is then it amps up
Falcor.
Yeah, and then there's like a flying bird dog thing, which again that looks cool, I guess. People exiting a ship again.
Yep.
Hand touching some robot face. More explosions. Then there's a cool dude from earlier who's just running up a platform in space who does a slow-mo run leap with a spear into a ship that's firing cans. I mean, come on.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spear versus spaceship. I've seen that one before.
I'm just picturing this pitch to Netflix executives, and it's like, yeah, and then there's going to be the scene where I'm going to have this guy running up this platform in space, in slow-mo, with a spear, and he's going to leap in. The thing is shooting cannons, and I'm just picturing him being really excited to explain this stuff, which, hey, that's awesome. Be excited about it. And everyone just being like, wow. Whoa. And not really understanding that it's...
Wait, what's the story?
So there's going to be more slow-mo. Didn't really answer my question, but okay, whatever.
There's a whole field of wreckage after that. The spaceships everywhere. Think of the spaceships.
Epic shots. We're going to pull out. There's going to be ships ever exploding here left and right. But why, Zach? But why? That's not important. Okay, so yeah, we got that covered, and we cut to black. And we're back on to some warfare stuff. It looks like another retreading of like her running through the fields.
It looks like they trapped Falcor, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like Falcor's in like a tied up type of thing. We got someone in like some water womb thing too.
Yep, that happens.
We got bridges exploding. We got Korra sliding.
Spider guy comes back.
He's leaping in the air. Spider guy's back for a little action. You'll never get away from me, Spider-Man. And then shots being fired by other people we've seen before. We get the scoundrel giving a little kissing goodbye because I bet he turns on him, but maybe not. We'll prognosticate about that. Yeah. And then we got, I think, Korra on top of a cliff with a flag.
Yep, that looks right.
Looks all very video game-ish. And we cut to black.
And Soren shows up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's a robot from earlier, but with like deer horns or like a buck horns or something.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if you caught this. I caught this. The voiceover, he's like, it's a new age for the universe. That voice is Anthony, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Freaking Hopkins. I know. I did catch that.
Pretty sure that's his middle name. Sir Anthony freaking Hopkins, right?
He's the one person I recognized in the trailer.
I was like, what? What is happening?
And this is the thing that I spoiled a little bit for myself, but you're going to appreciate this, Russ and listeners. So, do you know what Anthony Hopkins' name is in this movie?
Oh, no.
So the list of names in this movie, we got Korra, we got Titus, we got Atticus Noble, Gunner, Nemesis, Darian Bloodaxe, Kai, like Tarak, Belisarius. You get the idea.
Yeah.
And
video game
Anthony
name
Hopkins
generator.
Plays Jimmy. I shit you not, Jimmy. I'm so mad.
That's gonna be. I know that's gonna be an attempt at humor, and it's not gonna be funny.
Oh, I'm so angry.
And Jimmy.
Belisarius. Go talk to Jimmy.
Atticus Ross or Atticus whatever. Go talk to
Atticus
Jimmy.
Noble. Yeah.
Go talk to Jimmy. Hey Jimmy, do you get the hyperdrive up and running?
I can't wait.
Oh my goodness. So then that's how it ends with him looking up to the sky and being like, it's a new age for the universe. Yeah. And we get our very epic, very, very epic slow-mo, of course, letters spinning and turning, getting into place. Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fire.
Mm-hmm. Looks like heavy metal album like font.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back to our Iron Maiden and Ghost talk earlier.
Jesus Christ. And then we get the director credits, which basically it's just writer credits and basically story by Zack Snyder, screen by Zack Snyder, two other guys, and then directed by Zack Snyder.
Yeah. The guy to blame for this is Zack Snyder.
Yes, 100%. Him and whoever friend of his is at Netflix or whatever guy who's greenlighting everything at Netflix. That guy. We need to talk.
There must be some like deep dive piece in like Variety or something about that guy who's the person who's in charge of greenlighting things at Netflix. Like
he's just like, poof, stamp sounds good. Poof, stamp sounds good.
Like, what are you thinking?
Ooh, I saw 300. I like that movie. Poof, next,
unbelievable.
Have you seen anything else he's done?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, also kind of like a really like Why would you have that slide in there? It literally just has your name, unless you're
Right.
so ego like why would
5
you?
times
Yeah.
after you already did the mid trailer from Zack Snyder.
Why would
And
you-
then again, the creator of 300. like he's just wiping himself all over this trailer.
It's like
front to back.
we know who he is. We know who
We
he
get
is.
it.
Only on the Netflix December PG-13. Stay tuned for the R-rated supercut.
It's got to be 4 hours, I bet.
Oh.
Right?
What a waste of time. Did you ever watch the Justin? Did you? I mean, not that I'm saying like we're doing anything that's
Yeah, this is important.
well, this is important. But you can do something else while you're listening to this. You can laugh and you can go and mow the lawn or something.
Go to your job.
You go to your job. You can. If you go to our Instagram account, we tell you all the things that you can do while you're listening to this podcast.
That's right.
Go check
road
it
trip
out
with your family.
Go on a road trip with your family. There's so many things you can do. We give you examples on Instagram. You should go follow us there because it's funny. But you can't watch a 4-hour long Zack Snyder film other than doing that.
Ugh.
Or
I
say
did
you
not see the Snyder cut.
Yeah, I didn't.
I kind of wanted to because I was like, Justice League was awful. And I like the idea. Like, I still want to watch DC movies for some stupid reason.
You're like a masochist. Like what?
I must be. I don't know.
Absolutely terrible. Like, I'm hoping James Gunn's gonna bring some order to the chaos, but we'll see.
Over the holiday, I watched both Suicide Squad movies back to back, basically.
Wow.
Because I hadn't seen either of them, and I was like, well, one of these is supposed to be bad, and one is supposed to be good.
It's true. They're very opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah. One is
like I wanna like the DC stuff, but could not bring myself to watch the Snyder cut.
We'll see what James Gunn brings to the table, but that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for, So
Rebel Moon.
We're here for Rebel Moon. We're here to torture ourselves in other ways. Okay, do you want to do a little Russ and Jared and Russ prognosticate?
I think so. Yeah. I'm imagining she gets found and raised by this guy who probably like sells her into slavery at some point. Like we're gonna get 2 hours of backstory, right? Like the whole movie is gonna be about where she came from and whatever else. Like there's gonna be some cool guy offering, quarter portions and whatever else for the crap that she's doing. It's going to be, I think, Force Awakens.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. And then I think like halfway through, because it's going to be like a 4 hour, was it 2 hours, 15 minutes?
Yep.
I think that's going to be the first hour. And I'm going to pull you right now. I think that's the first hour and hour or so, or hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then I kind of wishful thinking, but I'm hoping that like the second hour, it turns into like a rom-com. Maybe her and the scoundrel, there's like a little rom-com between, or a 3-way kind of love triangle between her, the scoundrel, and the other guy, and they're,
Yep.
Maybe there's something along those lines. But then they all lose to the spider guy, because the spider guy actually isn't a bad person. I think the spider guy is actually a good person. He just was born in a body that doesn't,
he's actually the hero. I think you're right.
I think he's actually the hero. I think he becomes
maybe
the
main
child.
Character.
Maybe he becomes the child of fire. Yes, I think he was born out of the fire.
Interesting.
Yes, and
because everyone else that we saw, every other like race of characters, we saw multiples of them. We only saw the last spider guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
maybe that's where we're headed. So maybe that's the true hero. We need to get the spider guy. Everyone's like, really? He seems so creepy and mean, but he's like, guys, I'm actually pretty funny. I'm pretty nice. I've got 8 legs. I can do a lot of stuff. Yeah. Everyone finds him hideous.
Maybe that's when it like pivots into like, didn't he do that stupid owl movie too?
The spider guy?
No, Zack Snyder. So like, I think there's going to be like some animated owls in there. If it's going to go rom-com, it's going to go animated owls.
Animated owls. Okay. You think like maybe last 45 minutes we could turn into an animated feature? Because he probably ran out of money about an hour and 30 minutes into making this movie. And they're like,
exactly.
We're just going to go to like some cheap animation stuff.
Yeah. Remember when you did Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, which was also a really long title and unnecessarily long? Yep.
Oh my goodness. It just gets better and better. This is
I think they just reuse footage from that one.
And that's how they wrap up like the last 45 minutes of the movie. because he ran out of money. Because they're like, you're building another village. He's like, well, I'm actually building a giant space station and we're going to blow up in space. Like, what? You can't do that. I don't think that's legal. Like, it doesn't matter. It's already happened. So,
I think you're exactly right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the Spider Guy is our hero. I hope he's actually important and good, like a good,
Yeah, it's cool character design. I've definitely seen it before, but not that way.
Yeah.
Not like this.
No, it's like all brand new.
It's all totally brand new. I've never seen any of this.
All right, so just to kind of recap, unless you got any other ideas there. So we're recapping here that this is a Force Awakens.
Yep.
That's kind of morphs into a rom-com about an hour and 15 minutes into it between Korra and a couple characters, right? And there's hijinks that goes on, and they're just traveling around space trying to, figure out who they are, right? Because that's what it's all about, rom-coms. Who am I?
Yourself.
And then the real thing is that you don't actually fall for anyone else, because as we've learned, it's not about falling for someone else for you to live. You just need to find yourself, I think that's what's going to happen. But then right about 35 minutes towards the end of the movie, we're cutting right to owl animation.
Big reveal. Yep. It's actually Legend of the Guardians.
And that's how it wraps up. But
not at the beginning. It jumps about an hour into that movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then the last hour runtime is that.
Yep.
And then I think then the R-rated version of this movie, that's gonna be the extended cut, will be probably that entire film actually attached to the end of this movie.
I can only imagine.
imagine that's how he's like, hey guys, I'll deliver an extended cut R-rated version, and all he does is just attach that to the end of it. He's like, knowing that they're not gonna actually watch the entire movie.
That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, 4-hour runtime. Don't worry about it. Oh, he delivered. Here's an extra $1 million.
Either that, or he's been sitting on this real weird cut of the Owl movie for the last 13 years.
He just releases that. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, now I'm actually, again, we do this, and this is the problem with us doing the prognostications, is that my hopes and my expectations suddenly change, and I get excited about watching it.
Now I kind of want to watch it.
But now I know at the end of it, it's going to be none of that. It's not going to be anything that we dream or hope for, but
nope. I'm prepared to be crushed.
You're going to be crushed in slow-mo. So, all right. I think that's it. I think we're wrapping this one up.
I think so.
It's going to take you 2 hours and 15 minutes to get crushed. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. That was awesome. We'll be back next week with our full breakdown of Rebel Moon, Twilight Dawns, Breaking Dawn, Saga, Child of Fire Part 1. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, you should go follow us on Instagram so you can learn and find all those places where you can listen to us, all the activities you could be doing while listening to us. It's right there. Yeah, it's This Meets That. We're ITMT Pod on Twitter. Still, I don't care what they call it. They could call it.
It's definitely Twitter.
It's definitely Twitter. It's still Twitter. Always will be Twitter. Grow up.
Yep.
We are also on YouTube's, right?
Yep.
It's This Meets That. You can go listen to us there, or wherever else you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple's, and you should subscribe and follow, because that makes us happy.
Yep. Maybe auto download if you're feeling crazy.
I mean, come on, be nice.
Mm-hmm. Or you can go online to a different place, like one of those places we just mentioned, but the review section. Write a review, 5 stars.
You may have to scroll a little bit, but if you scroll just a little bit, you'll find it. You'll find it.
It's there. And it helps us get discovered by more people like you. So that's what we want. Or if you're feeling like Michelle, send us an email. We love those. Even just a short, quick one, like a nice little wave emoji. That's fine too.
Yeah. Just let us know you're out there.
That.
Yeah, blink twice if you're alive,
That's right. Please. It's just that at gmail.com. We're here. We're always monitoring that email. Or go to the website where you can find all the episodes, hundreds of episodes, tons of hours of content, information about me, Russ, probably a link to his book, Host, which if you haven't bought that yet, go do that.
Come on, 2024. Let's go.
Yeah. You got to read it before the sequel comes out. So
coming out later this year. So
that's right.
Get involved.
Buy a t-shirt maybe if you're feeling generous, or at TeePublic, they do kind of like anything. You could buy a mug or a mouse pad or like a baby's onesie or whatever you want.
Yeah. Have babies.
With all our art on it.
Yeah.
That's cool too. So check it all out. It's thismeetsthat.com.